Oh my goodness, I'm sorry I'm so late with the links. I got to get back to sitting down and just setting up the links once a week and getting them done. But it's good to see ya. Thanks for coming to hang out. I'm going to just clear some space just in case Miss Audrey decides she wants to join us, and to move some brushes out of the way. I was doing some brushwork this afternoon with Patreon, and we're not going to do brushwork tonight. I'm thinking about these 3 panels that I have, 3 of the 4 panels that I have left from Cindy. I'm not 100% sure if I want to start on them or start on something new, but I feel like I might want to start on these. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Tina. I heard from Sherry, you guys. Hi, Cara. She's doing okay. She's not feeling a ton better, but she isn't feeling any worse, so she's just kind of taking it easy, but she's okay. Let me... So it was good to hear back from her. Hi, Audrey. What are you doing? Audrey's playing with my power cord that's hanging off my table. I should unplug it from a power source so you don't get zapped, though, huh? Here you go. Play with that. It's been so cloudy, and we've got right now the one and only crack in the clouds. But yeah, I'm a little torn on what to do here, but I figure we can think about some ideas maybe. How's everybody doing? Yeah, no, I'm glad. You're welcome. Hi, Patty. Hi, Lorna. Love you too. Nicole's officially started on the unpack for your desk. Fantastic. Your 7-inch square desk? Oh, you guys have so much to deal with my brain. It's good to see ya. So, for anybody who wants to see what we finished on TikTok last night, this is the second of the Cindy panels. I should call these the Cindy series. So this is our finished piece. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. That's going to feel so good, Nicole, to get all set up. Yay for the giggle, too. That's the beauty of this little family of ours, isn't it? We can handle each other's brains. Thank you, Cara. Hey, Gabrielle. You'll be right back. Okay, sounds good. Patty, I don't know if it's a good thing you came on live. My eyes were just closing. Oh, no. So it's either going to help you relax or it's going to keep you awake longer than you want. I'm sorry, lovely. Okay, so I need to think about colors and what I want to play with color-wise next. I'm really enjoying these. These are really, really fun. So I hope you guys don't mind that I'm going to do at least one more. Oh, it shows the yummy texture. There you go. Look at that. Isn't that cool? And then, yeah, let's look at this one. I love seeing the shadows. When the light hits them at just the right time and just the right angle. Yeah, that looks cool. That looks super cool. Love it. Absolutely. I'm so absolutely smitten with these projects. Yeah, it looks cool. So there's a couple color schemes that I am thinking about. One is doing kind of earthy greens, browns, and doing greens, browns, and golds, because that's a favorite of mine. Another one is doing yellow, orange, red, and like kind of a fiery color. And then I don't think I have a third color combo yet. I'd like to do something completely full rainbow, but I don't know for sure. That could be fun with this one. We could do rainbow from this. So how many rows do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So red, orange, yellow, green, teal, blue, purple, pink. That would be perfect for rainbow. That could be fun. And then I also have the Rubik's Cube panel. I think I might do it in... Oh, that would be good. Do the Rubik's Cube panel in the red, orange, yellow, and like the dark plummy purple. Or maybe like the warmth color palette. That would be really pretty. Do the fiery colors. So if I'm going to do the fiery colors, I think I'm going to... Now, if we do the warmth color palette, I think that would look great on this one. And then if we did the Phoenix color palette, I don't know if... The warmth color palette would look great on that one. Yeah. And then I think what I'll do is I'll do rainbow on this one. And we'll do maybe the greens and golds and browns on this one. I think that could be kind of really neat too, right? Because this looks much more mechanical. But to kind of make it really earthy feeling, that would be really cool. All right. So that means we need to base paint this one and get some colors ready. Yippee! All right, let me scroll back and catch up. All right, we'll do the fiery colors. I'm behind. He said hi to yourself. I've done that. I've read comments that were not meant for me. I've read, and when I've been on lives, when I'm reading back through, I'm like, oh, that person. I'm like, oh, that was me. We do love you, Lorna. You're awesome. Hi, Kim. Hi, Barb. How you feeling tonight, Lorna? Nicole asked. Patty said, 4 of us so far have clicked on the thumbs up. Please don't forget. Yes, thank you so much. And I just want to know, I'm not asking you to send anything. That is not ever what I'm asking. But do you see the option? So you know how you can do the GIFs on TikTok? Do you see an option for that on your screen now? Hi, Asia. How you doing? All right, so we'll go with that. Nicole Patty clicked on it. I'm making a routine of signing in. Thank you so much. It really means a lot, you guys. I really appreciate when you click that thumbs up button. Of course, don't do it if you weren't actually happy. That was never what I want to ask you to do. But I really appreciate it because it tells YouTube that my stuff is people are enjoying what they're watching. And that's really, really cool. Because then they'll put it out in front of other people too. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. He slept well. last night, Kim? Good. Personally did not see it. Okay. Bottom right-hand corner, there's dollar signs. Okay, there you go. Cool. Well, there you go. Ugh. There you go. But yeah, it's there. Please don't ever think that I'm asking you to do that. It's not something that you ever need to do. I'm playing with all of the setups and stuff. And hey, you never know. Maybe a independently wealthy person will stumble on my live one day and decide to fund Dotville. So, hey, the dollar sign is there if anybody knows anybody that wants to do that. Thanks, Fatty. Oh, good, Lorna. That's good. You had a good nap. Wonderful. So it's to the right of the comment box. Okay, cool. And Barb asked, Lorna, what's Dan cooking for supper? You were so tired. Oh, I'm so glad you slept good, though. That's wonderful. All right. Let's do this. I think the warmth color palette will look really, really pretty on this. Red, burnt orange. Well, I used a taupe color in that one. If we should do that again or not. So warmth is a design that I did on a couple candle holders. A couple designs I did on candle holders. And the color palette was really, really fancy, regal. I did a lot of stuff in that color palette too. Some stuff that I never finished. Okay, I'm going to have to do 2 coats on this, and it's going to just take a few minutes to make sure I don't let any of the paint build up too much in and around the raised parts of the canvas. So I apologize, I'm not looking at the comments right now. I will come back to them in just a minute and catch up on what I've missed. I should have completely caught up before I started doing this, not thinking about how much I was going to actually need to focus on it to make sure it doesn't dry goopy on me or anything. So my apologies. But if anybody here who's new to my lives, welcome. It's nice to meet you. Thanks for coming and watching. If you're watching on the replay, thank you so much for watching. No real structure to these lives. I just kind of jump on, work on whatever I'm working on. We hang out, have some good conversation, talk about fun ideas, get all kinds of good ideas for different inspirations for new pieces we want to try, and help each other out as best we can when we've got questions. So but while I'm painting, I can't see the screen on my phone. So what'll typically happen is that I will paint for a little bit, and then I will pause and go back to the comments and catch up on what I've missed. I just don't want anybody to feel like they're being ignored. I will get to the comment. I promise, promise, promise. It just might take me a couple of minutes. Okay, now to get my hands dirty. Wait for Glove Guy to come out of the woodwork on YouTube. Oops. All right, and then I'm going to close up the gesso and we'll set this to dry, and I'm going to get out the heat gun and we'll use it a little bit. Come on. Just go on, lid. Just do it. Here. Yeah, we're definitely going to need to do 2 coats. So I'll set that one aside. I will clean my fingers And we will watch the sun dry it for a couple of minutes, and then I'll get out the heat gun in a bit. I'm so behind. I'm so sorry. Hi, Debbie. How you doing? I know Patty keeps us in touch with everything. Asia is eating dinner and hoping to work on more of the big mushrooms tonight. Lovely. They're so pretty. That's okay, Kim. Yeah, I can't wait to see what you do with them, Asia. They're going to be beautiful. Patty said, Nicole, I spotted it when I sent my previous comment, but thank you. Lovely. Lorna said, I did it yesterday, mashed potatoes and gravy and loose hamburger. Well, that sounds good. That sounds like comfort food to me. That sounds amazing. Actually, I wouldn't have the gravy. I would mix in some frozen corn and mix that in with the potatoes and ground beef or whatever, and add some butter and some salt and pepper, and that would be, chef's kiss. Asia said, thank you, Nicole. I'm excited by them. My husband was surprised by how big the piece is. That's going to be so cool. Patty, thank you. Thank you for sending my first super on a live stream. That's so cool. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. Yeah, I think so too, Nicole? That's super comfortable. Did I miss? I'm so sorry. My daughter, Nicole said, my daughter decided she wants to decorate a room with mushrooms. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Tina is incredible at keeping us up to date. Tina gets that link out there and makes sure it's posted all of the time. And reminding everyone to click the like, and has a memory like nobody I've ever met before. Like, you know that Tina's going to remember. Say, hey, do you remember talking about this, this, and this? And it was like 8 months ago. And Tina's like, yeah, we were talking about this. And it just jumps right in. Blows my mind. Blows my mind. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for all that you do to help. All of you. You're incredible. I'm going to get out the heat gun. Thank you, Patty. That's so sweet of you. Yeah, mushies are so cool. It's going to be my second mushroom piece for the house. It's going to be awesome. Asia, I meant to send you a message to the piece that you did for me. Mom loves it. I have to have it out where she can see it because she just loves it. She goes, every time I walk by and I look at that, it just makes me so happy. So she loves it too. Yeah, her memory is incredible. Yeah, I'm a big fan of corn. Don't like canned corn. I like frozen corn or corn on the cob. But you know. Nicole said, Tina, do you have a photographic memory? And Patty said, Tina just saw you just posted it. All right, I'm going to turn the heat gun on in 3, 2, 1. Just a little extra background noise. We'll get this dry so we can get the second coat on. While the second coat is drying, I will get paints ready. And kind of come up with a bit of a plan on this one. Almost dry. I like watching it dry. I like seeing it change color as it dries. All right. So there's a little piece of schmutz right there. Take care of. Little piece of schmutz right there. How's everything else looking? Good old lick your finger and pick stuff up. I'll have to put that on a disclaimer somewhere too. Not only will there be cat hair, but at some point in almost every piece, I will lick my finger and touch the painting. It's just a given. Christine! We've only been here 20 minutes, Christine. We love you, Tina. Yeah, frozen corn. Some good old niblets. Not even remotely? Well, it's incredible the stuff you remember. Blows my mind. I'm going to grab this to set it on, and then I won't have to touch it as much. What's new, Christine? How you been? We've done some fun stuff lately. Lorna said, I have a thing for gravy. Dan would like that. He liked cream corn. Oh, yeah. I never was a fan of cream corn. Nicole wished she had a photographic memory so bad when I was younger. Now I just wish I could remember when the lives start. Stop it, Patty. You're blowing Tina's cover. She's shushing you. Yeah, I'm a weird one. I'm not a fan of gravy. Nicole said, Lorna, my dad loved cream corn. So Nicole's dad loved cream corn, Lorna. Christine, well, 20 minutes late is better than missing it. Thanks to who just shared it on InstaChat. I think that was Tina. Lo and behold. Thanks, Tina. I had corn on the cob at Hook and Reel the other day. Oh, that sounds good. I'm going to see my friend Shelly tomorrow, and there is a local farm on the way. And I was saying to Mom, I'm like, I could stop and pick up some sweet corn, you know. We could have some corn on the cob for dinner. When I remember growing up, when we would eat corn on the cob, that was the whole meal. Like, I remember going to other people's houses and they would say, we're having barbecued steak, potatoes, and corn on the cob. And it mystified me. I was like, what do you mean the corn on the cob isn't the entire meal? We sit down and we eat like 2 or 3 cobs of corn each, and that's just our entire meal. So did you guys eat it as a meal? Or if you eat it a lot or at all, or like to, do you eat it as a meal all in and of itself, or do you have other food with it? I always thought the other food was such a waste, because then that takes up space that I can't eat as much corn. Why would I want that? I want to eat the corn on the cob. Oop. I just want to make sure there's no little bits of paint building up in between that are going to be a problem. Sorry, I'll be back to the chat in just a minute. I'm absolutely not able to multitask right now. Without a doubt in my mind, multitasking is without my range of abilities right now. Oh, Oh, right. And I was leaving this down here so I didn't have to pick it up, wasn't I? That was the whole idea for that. Almost done, and then I'll come back to the comments, and while this dries, we will get out our paint colors. All right. What are you? Get out of there. I think we're good. I don't think I left anything behind, so I think we're all right. All right, let me scroll back. Yeah, that would definitely have been Tina that shared that link. The corn was in the stem bag with crab legs, ramen noodles, and shrimp. Oh, that sounds really good, Cara. Daffy. Christine says, spending lots of time with Mel and Charlie, new baby girl born on August 25th. Congratulations. That's lovely. Everyone's doing well. Tina, I didn't like cream corn when I was a kid, but you like it now? It's funny how our tastes change, eh? As we get older, like completely different. Nicole, ta-da, it was Tina. Patty said, parents used to cook the corn, take it off the cob, and froze it. It was so good. Oh, that would be really good. Just jumped on so fast, didn't take the time to check. It's so good to see ya. Yeah, I love it too, Lorna. Hi, Teresa. I'd eat it as a meal. Again, for sure. Christine, yeah, corn on the cob is an entire meal, right? Nicole, my dad used to bake a potato and put a can of cream corn over it for a meal. Yep. I think my grandma or grandpa did that a couple times. Patty, we just eat corn on the cob. No room for anything else, right? Like, why get in the way of it? Corn on the cob is a side dish? No, it's an entree. Teresa said, Ms. Patty, my parents and grandma did the same. Kids had to pick the corn. That's so cool. You have it as a side dish, Kim? Nicole, I learned that microwaving an ear of corn is so easy, so now I pot one in. Oh, really? Do tell, Nicole. Lauren said, Dan likes to mix cream corn with mashed potatoes instead of gravy. Oh, that makes sense. There's nothing better than mashed potatoes in my mind. Patty said, exactly, Teresa. Dad used to duck hunt, and for some reason I had the job of plucking the feathers off after the duck was dunked in hot wax. Hated that job. Flashback to a memory, eh? Teresa says, I make my own cream corn for holidays and use frozen corn and cream cheese. Oh, wow, that's cool. Tina, we've been eating microwave corn on the cob for the past several weeks. Just got more on our grocery delivery. Oh, that's cool. I've never had corn on the cob in the microwave. That's crazy. I've only ever done the big bucket of water and sit and watch it boil and poke the corn with a fork to see if it's done. If you can give me that easier way, I will happily run with it. I'm so glad I didn't have to do stuff like that. That sounds hard. I used to didn't like dressing. Now you like it with hot gravy. Yeah, it's funny how it changes, eh? 5 kids, but I was the only one to do it. Oh, yeah, me too, Nicole. No, thank you. I've never been a fan of dressing. Put the whole ear of corn straight into the microwave for 3 minutes, then shuck it. Okay. All right, I can do that. That's awesome. So wonderful being ready, not farm fresh veggies and meat. That, yeah, it would be a whole different story. You must taste the difference in the grocery store stuff too, eh? Okay, so we are going to pick our colors. So I need to remember which red I used. I think it was Tuscan red, because I'm pretty sure I used Tuscan red for pretty much everything. Oh, there's a primary red there. Ah, what are you? What are you? You're a true red. Tuscan red. Primary red. Let's use up the rest of the Tuscan red. And then we need a rust color. Then we need, what was the taupe that I used? Crushed stone, I think. And then fire opal. All right, so folk art treasure gold and fire opal. Give it a shake. We have folk art in Pueblo. I think I was supposed to get more of this at some point, and I think I'm going to have to mix some. I'm going to probably mix some matte medium in with this just to stretch it a little bit. See how that does. I should grab some ball bearings too. I put the ball bearings in this thing. That's right. So let's move that. I think I did anyway. No, I did not. All right. Where did I put the ball bearings then? Are they back in the drawer? That doesn't make sense for me to put something back where it's supposed to be. All right, ball bearings. Here we go. It was so wonderful. All the hairs peel right off, easy peasy. Oh, nice. That's cool. That's super cool. I've got this one too, Orange Spice. And it is a Craft Smart, so I think we might use this one. I've also got Terracotta. Terracotta looks pretty dull though. So let's try it actually and see. So I might even just add some of this to the Pueblo bottle. Or, yeah, we'll probably do that because I think we'll do that instead of more pouring medium. So this one, yeah, that's pretty darn close to a perfect match. Now I could mix in a little bit of terracotta. Ugh. No. I'm gonna put you away. You can go away. Tina said, I hated shelling peas, especially purple hulls. Went to school with purple fingers. Oh no. Yeah, how long did they stay purple? Picking blackberries. The whole season because there was always more to shell every day. Usually stayed purple for a few days. Oh, wow. That's what I'm worried about with putting everything away in new spots. I'll never remember where I put things. Yeah. Yeah. That's real. All right. So I'm not going to use all of it, but I'm going to mix some of it in there. So we've got a good chunk of paint in here. So, oh, right. Now I was going to put ball bearings in there. Whoopsie. I got to remember to check the bottles for ball bearings before I throw the bottles out as time goes on. That would be a piss off. All right. Debbie, Nicole, it's going to happen. Just go with it. Yep, it's unavoidable. Pick dewberry, same stain color. That's funny. Tina, maybe Tina should watch me so when I can't find anything, she can help me. Maybe she'll remember. Here, watch me put stuff away, and then when I say, hey, where did I put this? You'll remember. That's not a bad plan, Nicole. Go live while you're doing that and record yourself, and then you can go through the video and make notes of where everything is and have like a little ledger book. That could be cool. All right. Shooketh. Shaking the next one. Yeah, I've never heard of dewberries either. So do we ask, Tina, are they wild or do you grow them? All right. And let's put that one up. That one feels like it's dried out actually, so we'll go with the new one. All right, so we have our 4 colors. We have Pueblo, Tuscan Red, Crushed Stone, and Fire Opal. And what they're going to look like, I'm going to go grab you the candle that I painted in these colors. I'll be right back. I can't find them. I can't find it. I think it's in Mom's room somewhere, but I don't want to wake her because she's sleeping. Give me one more second. Huh. Nope, no clue where they are. Never mind. All right, it's fine. All right, so let's dry this the rest of the way. And then we can get to painting. You can grow them, but they grew wild along our fence. They're similar to blackberries, but not as crunchy. Oh, cool. All right, I'm going to turn the heat gun on in 3, 2, 1. I bubbled it. Shit. Oh no. Oh no. That's what happens when you hold the heat gun on the same spot for too long, even if it's by accident. Crapola. All right, that's smooth. I don't want to sand it too much. All right, so let's grab the gesso again. And oh, it's a little bit pitted, but all right, we'll fill it. It's fine. Crapola. All right, holding the heat gun farther away. Whoopsie. No, I haven't gone in. I haven't gone onto Facebook in a long time. So I'm cutting my losses with whatever's gone is gone. Dale's parents have raspberry growing on their fence. Neighbors grew them years ago, never trimmed them back. No kidding, eh? Free raspberries, hell yeah. All right, I think we're gonna be good now. I haven't gone in to look, honestly. I haven't logged on to my Facebook page in probably over almost a year, I think. Unfortunately, I haven't gone on there, so I'm not sure if they're not there, it's because they removed them. But I haven't done it. Unfortunately, I need... All right, we're going to use a dark yellow pencil. I'm just going to map out where these colors are going to go. Yeah. So this one's going to be the 3 colors. Being red, orange, and the fire opal. And then we're going to do red. I think we're going to do the taupe. This one is going to be, I think they're, you know what? I think I'm going to start with most of them as red. Am I? Let's go for an orange. Red, and then all 3. Okay, that'll work. They were just a bit ago. Yeah, I haven't looked, honestly. That's terrible. I'm assuming it's lost. All right, we're going to use mostly red tonight, I think. Because I'm going to do a lot of the orange, and the fire opal is going to be mainly, we're going to do that mainly as top dots and top swoops for the most part, but we are going to add in a little bit of it. Let's see. Yeah, sorry. I don't know. All right, I got my piece of paper towel so I can keep that damp. And I put one on the bottle too because I'm going to work out of the cap. And let's see what this is going to be like. If there are any videos left on my Facebook page, please feel free to download them if they are useful to you. A lot of them are probably now in the, well, no, probably not. No, some of them are potentially on YouTube. I did have a software for a little while that moved some of those old Facebook lives over to YouTube automatically for me. So I might have some of them there already. Maybe. I'm probably going to add some, no, actually I'll leave it. I was thinking I'd add some matte medium to thin it out a little bit, but I don't think I'm going to need to. We have had so many emergency vehicles on the go today. It's crazy. It's like just constant all day. It's heartbreaking. That means there's a bunch of people having a really bad day. No, my TikTok lives, I have to manually download them and put them up onto YouTube. I think some of my old TikTok lives may have gone up at some point automatically, but not now. I've got a lot of work where that's concerned because I've got to start downloading them immediately after my lives and let them download like overnight while I'm sleeping or something, so that I have them and I can get them posted on YouTube too. I'd like to have them too, just so I can, edit them for content too and start posting some content again. No, I'm glad you asked. It's good stuff to talk about and to think about, because yeah, even after the conversation today, it never occurred to me to even go and check, which is ridiculous, right? It should have prompted me to go do that and check. I log on every once in a while to check my messenger, but I don't go in and look at my page. So I've been on it a couple of times over the last little bit, even including this afternoon on my messenger, but I didn't think to go and look at that after that conversation. Steffi, you forgot. Unacceptable, my friend. Good that you're here. I got a message from Cher. She's okay. She's not feeling great, but she's okay. Oops. Yeah, the schedule will auto post onto my Facebook page. Luckily, anytime I post it on Instagram, it'll automatically push it to Facebook as well, which is great. So it allows me to at least stay quasi-active and at least make sure that the schedule gets there. So once I start posting more on TikTok, I'll automatically download my TikToks and post them on Instagram, and then those will automatically post on Facebook. So I'm gonna have no choice but to get back on there. Yeah. Me too. I'm glad she's okay too. I agree, Cara. It was good to hear. Good to hear back from her. I told her everyone was thinking about her and wishing her well. Here comes the TPC. Do you hear them? You hear them coming? Here they come. Like an annoying bee buzzing around your head. All right. You're going to go in with the taupe. I'm going to cut a couple more pieces of paper towel. Managed to almost finish my second 3-inch panel. I'll never catch up to Barb. It's an impossible ask. If we ever had a monthly contest of who can paint the most of this design in as many different color combos and the most number of different color combos, Barb would wipe the floor with all of us every month. All right, so now we got the taupe, and we got the taupe bottle, and we got the taupe lid. So I'm just gonna spray them with water. I just keep spraying my red ones. And then we will keep going. All right. Yeah, it would be chaos and mayhem. No, I don't think anyone can catch up to Barb either. PC, that's awesome stuff. They hate in. I find the little ones sometimes feel like they take even longer. Like they should go faster, but they don't. Barb said the only thing Barb is wiping the floor with is yellow paint. Found some more. Oh no. Excellent timing. You were waiting for the perfect entry. Oh no, that's awful. I'll be back to the comments in just a minute. I gotta do these fairly quickly. So they don't dry before they can do their meld and self-leveling thing. We're going to keep Steffi going. Every conversation is going to trigger a new song lyric for Steffi, and I'm actually really excited to see which ones they are, because yellow, that's a good one. Nicole, Barb, what did you do with the yellow paint, ma'am? Some idiot didn't screw the cap on. You got to talk to them. Here they are. It looks like little people with their hands in the air. Whee! Steffi says Barb splooted some paint. Was sitting waiting for grocery pick, looked in my lap, yellow paint on my jean crotch. Oh no. Oh yeah, little ghosts too. We did them in silver. They could be little X-Wing fighters from Star Wars. Yes, that was a teenier TPC. For sure. Definitely micro. Maybe we need to have a subset. Everybody can be a member of the TPC, but not everybody can be a member of the micro PC. See a water buffalo skull? Yeah, right there. That could also be a uterus. Steffi sees, I see the Virgin Mary on toast. Yeah, or a ram. Yep. I feel like the light's been flickering every once in a while, and I don't know if it's the lights flickering or if there's a flash from outside or if I'm having a stroke. Don't think it's that. Ooh, look at how nicely smoothed out these have gotten, though. The first two, no more little scratch marks in it. Nice and smooth. And the red is drying nice and smooth. That's lovely. Delicious. All right. So now we are going to close up the taupe. And we go back to the red. All the rest is going to be red. Barb says, Steffi, I posted a pic for you in workshop chat. I need to get social media PM options. Is it Mandala Doc that paints uteruses? Maybe. That would be appropriate. Steffi posted a picture in the workshop chat. Debbie, your ornaments are beautiful. Thanks, Lorna. Yeah, it's pretty. It's a pretty color, isn't it? It looks very beige. It's got a little bit more of a gray tinge in person. Oh, and we've got little drips happening in there. That's okay. I can fix that after. Have to do a little touch up in there. Nicole, yes, Debbie, your ornaments are beautiful. They're gorgeous. Mandala Doc is the one who does the uteruses. That's amazing. All right. So let's just keep plugging away. Lay will be happy. There'll be a lot of red in this one. Trying to get it right to the edge. Super intense focus required, apparently. Holy cow. I would have thought doing only one color would make it a little easier compared to when I was doing the 2 colors on the last one, but apparently not. My brain does not see the difference. But that's okay, because I need to make sure that it's all nice, fresh paint for it to meld. Yeah, that felt like the lights flickered. Did the lights just flicker, you guys? That's really cool that she's a doctor and she paints that stuff. That's really wicked. Lay rudely sleeping properly. I know. Didn't see her this afternoon, too. Out having a life, maybe? I don't know. So Barb and Steffi, explain the picture, please. Yeah. Well, hi, Cindy. Fancy meeting you here. How you doing? I'm obsessed. Cindy, obsessed. Yeah, maybe Lay's on a date. Patty said, it's so cold out here that I had to close the patio door. 60 Fahrenheit. Barb, you must be really cold there. Yeah, it must be a lot colder. That's the Donna case. What is that? Cindy, did you see the picture I sent in Instagram? I gotta show you the other piece. Even if you have seen the picture in Instagram, you need to see it in person. But I'm just gonna fill in this one first. So I will be back to the comments in just a minute once I get this filled in. I just love I feel like I'm sitting and coloring, and it's so therapeutic. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, the second panel I did, Cindy, I need like 10 more. And then 10 more of the first one that I did. Okay, bear with me one more minute here. And let us know how you're doing, Cindy. You doing okay? How's apartment hunting going? I'll be done in 1 second. I will be right back to the comments. There we go. The nerve. I know, right? Having a life without us. What's this about? Unacceptable. So let's bring this bad boy back on camera for a minute. Barb says, Tina, she has the headphone on one ear and one out sound on one ear out altogether. In one ear and out the other. Brittany, hello. So I am using Deco Art Americana paints. I also use Folk Art matte paints. Any acrylics. I'm using, I wouldn't go with Craft Smart or Apple Barrel, only because they're quite thin. So because I'm laying on a heavier amount of paint, those ones I probably wouldn't do, only because if the paint is really thin when it dries, it can crack. So yeah, Deco Art Americana. Why did she wear the headphones? I wonder, like, every time. I don't know. You okay? Still settling in? That's okay. No, I saw your message come in from Instagram, too. I saw you saw it. And welcome, Brittany. It's good to have you here. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us. Nice to meet ya. Barb says, Steffi, she's hearing impaired, so she says, I think she was using them so she didn't have to hear what people were saying about her. She was spending so many time for outbursts. Imagine PDA layer on. Yeah, right? PDA, bliss drops, all of that stuff would be great. I actually wondered if maybe that's exactly what she was doing. Yeah. Yep, I am. I'm making them obsessed too, Cindy. Debbie said, Steffi, fairy dust over a black background looks like a galaxy. Oh my God. Yeah. That'll be one to play with. So yeah, this is a craft. This would be a craft acrylic. So Deco Art Americana and Folk Art are the main brands that I use for that, Brittany. I hope that helps. A Golden So Flat would be a good one as well. You could use a heavy-bodied paint and just thin it down a little bit. You could definitely do that. Or a medium-body paint and thin it down a little bit. Yeah. I'm really loving them, Cindy. Thank you. Stephanie said, I'd be ordering every panel probably, right? Nicole's back. Had to get on warmer clothes. It's super chilly there, too. Stay warm, please. Not hot here until next week, but the humidity made us have to turn the... oh, yeah. Well, thanks. I was really torn on whether I was going to put anything in the blank spaces or not, because it looked good without it. And it was so hard to do. Brittany says, Deco Americana and the other acrylic paints are both craft paints. Yep. A lot of artists who paint in acrylic do not use the less expensive craft paints, since they need their money to work and last for years and years. Yep. It's all personal choice. All depends on what you want to use. All up to you. Yeah. I seal them too. But they're all different. They're all different, and they all have their pros and cons, right? You took off one of your hoodies. That's awesome. Yeah, it's done good so far. I'm not necessarily trying to create a painting that's going to last hundreds of years. Maybe someday I will, but not right now. All depends on what you're wanting to do, right? If you're wanting to sell your paintings for thousands and thousands of dollars, absolutely using those higher quality paints is definitely going to be something that you're going to want to do because, you want to be able to reassure your customers that they've got something really high quality and professional quality. So yeah, you pick and choose what you want to do. Based on what you need it for, right? Or if you were wanting to display in galleries or different things like that, that would all come into play for sure too. I love this red so much. Cara, I daydream about display crochet work in a gallery, in a crochet gallery. That'd be really cool, Cara. That'd be really neat, eh? Need to thicken a purple decor. It's so thin I can't walk dots with it. Multiple dips. Yeah, thin that out a little bit and you'll be able to do that more. And that depends on the technique as well, right? Like a lot of artists like Christina Lee, for example, or if you're doing walking dots with brushes and stuff, then you would want probably a thicker paint and it would be a significantly slower process. So again, it's all what you need, right? If it's not traveling the way that you want it to, if it's not going at the speed that you want it to, the beauty of being able to manipulate those paints a bit. So all the rest of this is going to be red. So we've got a bunch of coloring left to do. Yeah. Yeah, it should last forever. I've got to get it outside before the weather turns bad and see if I can get some good photos of it. I'm still optimistic that I might be able to make a print out of it. But thank you, Cindy, for making such fun stuff for us to get to experiment with and try new things. I just love it. because this is so much freaking fun. I just love the ideas that it's giving me. The problem is it's not giving me anything for anything other than these panels, but the ideas are still there. It's just awesome. It's very meditative. Well, I don't know if that is a paint booger in there or if that is a bubble. That's a booger. Booger for sure. All right, bear with me 2 more seconds here. I'll get this one done. And then I will pause and come back to the comments and catch up with you guys. Okie dokie. I love golden paint, but not in this crap-ass economy. Gorgeous but pricey. To top dot with gold. You top dot with golden sometimes? I've never tried them. Tracy keeps telling me how much I love the So Flat because of the matte finish. And, I think that's one of the reasons why I gravitate towards these paints is because I don't want to have to add a ton of medium and thin down the paints just to get them in a matte finish and go through all of that. I mean, it's probably fine, but I'm just so not a huge fan of gloss or, of gloss or like satin. Satin's not as bad, but it's beautiful. I just don't find myself enjoying working with it as much. So you can get matte pouring medium, but then I've also got just the matte medium. And it's designed to change it from like a gloss or whatever to a matte finish, but it will also, when you see on the back of these, it says that it is going to be on the fluid side. So it's not a thickener, it's going to make it thinner, right? And that'll give you that there. And it will increase the transparency as well. Oops. Oh, you know what I have, Cindy? I've got some of the Pabeo Prism paints. Oh, I gotta do these on one of these. Oh my God. Shit. I need 50 more panels, Cindy. Audrey's doing good. She's curled up on her little pink couch in the living room. Patty said, I feel that if you see your art, hang it out of the sun, seal your art, hang it out of the sun, and keep humidity out of your house, then no matter what paint you use, it'll last a very long time. Absolutely. I think so too. Debbie says, Barbara was finally cool enough here today that I got to go to the park and walk. Tank top and flip-flops. Oh, we love you, Cindy. Steffi says, Patty, definitely. I have pieces from the old Jamie's videos that are still bright and beautiful, all deco art, and even a crapple barrel every once in a while. You need to try the bubble effect sometime. I've done some with as many as 6 layers of varnish. What do you mean the bubble effect? Oh, like just adding layer and layer of varnish for like the doming kind of idea? Is that like the when you dome with resin? Yeah, golden has beautiful pigments. You could also, it would be cool to thin down some of the like Arteza metallics and do some of that on here too. That would be beautiful. Yeah, if it's on sale, I grab it too. Got to take care of things that'll last a long time. You know what I could do is I could do the bubble effect over top of this one. That would look really cool if I did all of those parts and bubbled them with varnish. That would be like a freaking magnifying glass, wouldn't it? Ooh, ooh. Teresa said, Patty, that's true. Got to take care of things and they'll last a long time. Exactly. Only seen the heavy gel? Yeah, so if you check on most of them, I think, not all of them have it. Like this glass medium doesn't have it. So the smaller bottles, only some of them have it. So I've got a gloss medium and varnish, and it is more used for a finish and less prep work. It's very fluid, very transparent, and very gloss. So yeah, see if that helps. It's not on every one of them. And if it doesn't have it on the small bottle, look on the big bottle. Barb says, Debbie, I have a tank top on too somewhere under, and my feet are bare. Somewhere. Yeah, exactly. Take care of and respect our things, right? House, car, everything. You brushed Emily today. She loves it. That's awesome. Use varnish. Okay, I'm going to try that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that on that other one. That'll be cool. If I pick up the brush and just hold it in front of Audrey, and if I even just say, do you want a brush? She'll come running over and throw herself down in front of me and look at me like, you may begin. All right, let's keep going. We are going to, we're going to go to the orange, actually. Off to the orange. Gloss Accent by Ranger will do the same, but doesn't take as many coats. Oh, that's cool to know. Yeah, she's pretty cute. I'm pretty lucky. All right, so in with our rust color. And our rust color is going to go here. That's risky leaving that sitting there, isn't it? one ran over the edge a little bit. I can fix that after. All right. Huge bubble there, I think. Is it a bubble or is it a booger? Not sure. I feel like it's a bubble. We're going to wait and see. Yeah, I think that would look really neat. Debbie says, Cindy, I still have jazz hanging right where I can see it every time I paint. Emily comes running to get brushed too, like him. That's awesome. Yeah, it's pretty freaking cute, Lorna, when she does it. We'll do that for sure. I'll dig out my, I think I've got, do I have some of the triple thick? I might have some of the triple thick Deco-Art, and I'll use that. Vicky, how the heck are ya? Yeah. Yeah, I have a Kong comb or Kong brush. And she hates it. I think it's too much static for her. She just hates it. And I have a long tooth comb. She doesn't like that either. It's got to be one of those, like the curry brush kind of thing. It's got to feel good on their skin, though, and I figure it's got to feel good on her with her allergies, eh? Must love it. It's so fun to see them like it so much. I'll be right back to the comments in a minute. Sorry, I should have completely caught up before I started on this. But now that I've started, I gotta keep going to make sure it doesn't dry too much. Oh, there's a big bubble there. Big bubble right there. Dee, dee, dee. Oops, I gotta turn this again. All right, I'm gonna take a breath. Yeah, I'm painting one of Cindy's designs. This is my third one so far. Let me show you. Have you seen either of the other ones that I've done, Vicki? I can't remember. Let me move this aside and I will show you. So this is the first one. Tina said, Cindy, how many stencils do you have at this point? How many different ones? Yeah. Patty said, in case you ladies don't know, Vicki is the most beautiful curly hair. She probably doesn't like it, but it is. It's beautiful, eh? Vicki, you're good. You're in Ohio. My friends took me hiking today. I'm sore and tired. Oh, you're going to sleep good tonight. Yeah, you have beautiful curls. I agree. Yeah, it's been one hell of a trip, eh? How much more do you have left? Yeah, it really helps with the shedding a lot. Never get tired of watching Audrey. Tina, I couldn't say, and if I could, it's a ridiculous number. You can have a contest. Pull out all your stencils, throw them on a pile on your table, and get people to guess how many you have in total. And then they win a prize. That could be cool. Yeah, you couldn't get tired of seeing her either, Nicole. That's so good. Yes, a slicker brush. That's exactly it, Kim. Yep, you got it. Couldn't think of that. Isn't it fun, Christine? Cats are great, aren't they, Lorna? They're so fun. Oh, there. And then number 2 that I did, Vicki, was this one. This is the one we'll do the bubble technique with the varnish. Gren, hello. Gren says, Cindy, I need your address. Vicki said, I'll only be on briefly. My daughter's going to call. Oh, lovely. Have a great chat with your daughter. I'm glad you were able to pop on for a little bit, though. That's wonderful to see you. Boar bristles for Audrey. Oh, I never thought of that. I'll see if I can get one, Steffi. That's a great idea. She would love that. Oh, my God. A lot. Home September 30th. Wow. Still a lot of time left. That's cool. How long are you staying in Ohio? I think you would like fabric painting. I think I would too, Lorna. I think I would too. I've got a jean jacket that I pulled out of my storage locker that I really want to paint on really badly. So the bubble technique is like doming with resin when you push kind of like what I was doing with the paint, where you kind of push the paint to the very edge and it kind of forms a nice little curve over the surface. So if you look up doming with resin, it'll show how you just kind of push the resin towards the edge and it'll eventually kind of cut itself off in a line and you can kind of coax it around there. So if we do that with varnish, we'll do nice thick coats of varnish and then it will be kind of very, very rounded. Let me show you a piece of Cindy's that I have here. So this is a piece that Cindy painted for me and sent me a long time ago. Cactus Rose, fan favorite, of course. So see how It's quite rounded on the surface. You can see how it's all kind of rounded, and it's kind of looks like it's bubbled on top. So this is just layers and layers and layers and layers of it. That's so pretty. Look at that. Magic. Isn't it so pretty? I love it. I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. All right, let's see if we can get a little bit more done on this one before we sign off for tonight. But I will totally do that on live with the varnish to show you. You're welcome. Leave tomorrow for North Carolina. Very nice. Steffi asked if you're going through Tennessee. Isn't it so beautiful, Cara? I'm so spoiled that I have that in my home. Yes, it does. It makes them look very much like gemstones. Exactly. Yes. So pretty. All right, let's keep going. Oh, there's a bubble over here. Oh, it just popped too. Lovely. All right, so let's do... I feel like my eyes are getting worse the more I wear my reading glasses. Like I feel like I'm not far off to going back in and needing a prescription all the time. I'm waiting for it. I used to wear fake glasses when I was a kid because I liked the way that I looked with glasses on. Somebody's dog is barking up a storm, and I don't know who it is. And what are you not doing for your dog? Maybe they're not home. That dog does not sound happy. Bear with me. Once I finish this, I'll come back to the comments. All right. Bubble. Out you go. Oh, another bubble over here. Out you go. All right. All right, I'm scrolling back. Patty says, Jamie, I sent you some message on the Instagram. Okay, awesome. I will have a look at them after the live. Thanks, Patty. Will do. Nicole, Vicky, I got the shelves to my desk all built now. Just have to unpack everything again to find its place for my desk. You were so sweet asking if I was in your path of traveling to help me. That was so sweet, Vicky. Yeah, so you would just dome like one area. Now it's having the edge on it, right? And kind of creating that edge. So you'd want to slowly build it up and keep it really, really close so that you don't make the area larger. So, like, I could do the doming over any of the dots that are not raised up. I would just want to be really, really careful where I apply that. Do you remember when I was working on blue, the big blue one, and I was putting varnish over just the metallic spots to make them shiny compared to the stuff that was matte varnished? I don't remember if you were there. I wonder if you were. That's the same kind of thing. I can't wait for it to come together for you, Nicole, so you get to paint soon. Here, I'll tell you what. How about let me grab my varnish and I will show you. How about that? How about them apples? All right, I'm just going to use the varnish that I have here, which is fine. I'm going to use my Duraclear gloss. Oh, there's not much left, though. Hang on one second. Let me see what else I've got handy. Hold on. Here we go. I've got a bottle of, this is called, it's Angelus High Gloss 4-coat. So it's meant to put 4 coats on it to get the ideal finish. But that's if you're brushing it on. Whereas on here, we are going to just dome it over the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a dotting tool. All right, hold on. Let's see. See you later, Vicky. Safe travels. Exactly the same way I'm applying the paint right now. Perfect. Thank you, Debbie. Nicole says, I think I'm going to be faced with decisions if I really need to keep everything. I don't see how I'm going to possibly find a place for all my stuff. Oh, don't. No defeatist attitude on that yet. Nicole, you'll find it. Yeah, and use the pointy tool to move it over. Chloe was growling at the dog barking. They make really cool glasses now. Yeah, there's some really cool ones, eh, Lorna? Your granddaughter has one, and she has a little pink pair. That's so cool. That sounds so cute. All right. So, let me, for example, I'm going to drop some varnish here. Right? You can see it kind of on there. It's kind of thick. Right, and then I'm going to use my pointy tool or my micro dotter and just get it out to the corners. And if I don't push it too far, it will stay all domed or bubbled. So instead of each of these sections now having the texture of just the paints, it's almost going to create that smooth texture like on, a little pink bit of pink paint that popped in there. Must have been on my tool, I betcha. And then you just turn it around and you continue to move it out to the edge very, very, very slowly, but not too slowly because you don't want it to dry. But just, you coax it. Coax it out to the edge. And then when it dries, it'll be super, super shiny. And it will have a domed look to it. So let me see if we can get it to show here. So there it is there. I'm gonna zoom out. I don't think it's gonna let me do it. No, but it'll dry to look like that panel from Cindy. Makes sense? Well, we might as well do a couple more. And you'll see when, like, this dot here is quite high up, so I've got to move some of this around the side, and then just do a couple of coats. And then you're good to go. Because eventually with multiple coats, all of the texture will all be underneath the varnish. All right, so you just keep adding to it. And it's going to magnify everything, and it's just going to amplify the color too, right? So back to the pointy tool. Just be careful you don't push it like I do. But you'll see it if you kind of just trace the edge with your tool, and then you just keep moving it around. And the nice part is again, it'll do that self-leveling. So if you can kind of go around the edge really, really lightly, then as you fill it in, it will do that self-leveling with those spots. And then as it dries, it's potentially going to shrink up a little bit. So then the multiple coats give you more opportunity to get it closer to the edge again. You can overdo it by adding too much varnish to the spot you're trying to do it, because it can roll over the sides. But it's pretty freaking cool. And you got to be careful not to move it around too much if you overdo it, like I usually do. And then you just keep adding layer after layer until it gets to the finish that you're looking for. All right, so and you can always add a bit more, but I think it looks pretty good. And then we let it dry, and then we lather, rinse, repeat. All right, so I'm going to just put the lid back on this, and then I'm going to catch up on comments to make sure I answer all the questions before we sign off for today. Watching so intensely, it's so hard to really see it from the angle that I was filming at. So Teresa says with the varnish, it's thin, so have to do multiple coats to get it raised because, yes, it will shrink some. You'll see it kind of pull in from the edges of where you've done it. So let it dry completely, exactly, between layering. Yes, Patty, another good point. Making sure that your desk is level. Very, very important. That's where those thin wood squares from Dollarama and the dollar store come in handy, like these little guys, these MDF ones, because then you can stick them under a table leg when you've got your level on it and you can see where you can get it level. This is like when I encapsulate glitter in my nails. Yes, exactly, Nicole. Teresa said, that's true, Patty. I was doing some resin the other day. It wasn't level. Yeah, and you notice it. Sometimes you don't notice it until it's dry, and then it's just off enough that you notice it really a lot, right? Yeah, super frustrating. Debbie says, I keep a pointy silicone brush handy to clean up my oopsies. Oh, that's brilliant. All right, I'm going to grab my other silicone brushes that I have because I can get little pointy ones and stuff. So that's a really good point. You're welcome, Steffi. And with the thicker, like this was really thin watery. So if you had like the Deco Art triple thick, then that would work really well. I don't know, Cindy, what one your favorite is. Is it the Duraclear? Pissed me off because I had to use more resin. Yeah, resin does that too. It'll shrink up. The UV resin will do it a lot too. Yep, triple thick would work, I would think. I would imagine at some point if you put on too thick of a layer, at some point it would probably end up being cloudy, but I don't know for sure. You could try different thicknesses to see what that's like. Yeah, the glossy accent because it's thicker like resin. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Nicole. Thanks for spending so much time with me again today, you guys. It was wonderful to hang out with you for this long. Now I need to glossy accent. Yeah. It's Cindy's the one who was the first one who ever told me about it and talked to me about it and then showed it in her work that made me go, "Oh, so this is how I can keep my matte varnish that I like, right? And then I can go back over the metallic parts with the high gloss and dome it like that, do that bubble effect. And then I get the best of both worlds. I get that really, really nice matte finish in the background. And then I get the nice super glossy on the metallics or wherever I want to accent. So we'll see what this looks like dry tomorrow. And we'll keep on it. We got a couple good projects to work on for a little while. Not tomorrow, sorry. Probably won't be live again until Tuesday. I will put the schedule out tomorrow, though. And I will keep you posted with what the week is going to look like. I do want to let you guys know I am going to be pulling back a little bit on my lives. My goal is to do 16 hours a week. That's going to include all of the Patreon lives. So like this week, we're going to have a workshop session, an inspiration deck card pull, and we're going to have a Patreon all members live for the free and paid members. So that's going to be 6 hours of lives. And then I'll do other lives across YouTube. But I'm going to be limiting it to 16 hours a week just so I can continue to really get this focused on around the apartment, I should say. And then once I can get this place done, then we'll have days completely clear to say, 10 hours of painting, let's go. So hopefully we'll have a lot more soon. But just wanted to give you that heads up. Good night, Cara. It was great to see you. Good night, Patty. Good night, Debbie. Congrats again on those beautiful ornaments. They look great. Good night, Kim. Good night, Teresa. I'm glad you enjoy the lives, Cara. I enjoy having you here. Take care, everybody. Good night, Steffi. Thank you, Tina. Big hugs to you. And we'll see you next week, Nicole, for sure. And Cindy said Duraclear High Gloss. Multiple thin layers are best. There you go. From the expert. Good night, Barb. Big hugs. Stay warm. Good night, Christine. Gabrielle, hi, Cindy. Bye, Cindy. Have a good night, Gabrielle. Lots of love, Christine. Steffi says, I'm about to go find something to dome. We can dome on a flat wood piece, too. Yep, absolutely. Just dome the whole surface. Good night, Gabrielle. Good night, Nicole. Love you guys. Kiss your fur babies for me, and I will see you in a couple of days, and I'll post the schedule tomorrow. Love you to bits.